I'll be showing you about 36 mates. So alphabetically we start with Anastasia's mate. So Anastasia's mate is a great example of how a knight and rook can cooperate to checkmate the opponent's king on the side of the board. Now this is the position here. Now this g8 and g6 squares are blocked by the knight. And therefore just to move the rook here to h3 and it is a checkmate. So next from the Anastasia mate only, this is position here, f7 and h7 are blocked by the knight, and when you move the rook to d8 it is checkmate. Now we'll have a little complicated example here. Of course black is to play. We'll flip the board here. Black is to play, white king is here. This black knight is blocking g1 and g3 for the g3. Okay, mostly this g1. Now moves made where this is on a Carlsen game. It takes queen to h5 check. Now king cannot move, so it will capture the queen, and then rook goes to h4 and it is a checkmate. So these three examples we have seen from the Anastasia mate. Next we will proceed to other. Anderson's mate is a checkmate pattern that features a rook supported by a pawn as it checkmates the opposite king along the 8th rank from the corner. So some conditions are there, the king is on the 8th rank. We'll see some examples. This is one example. Black king is there, white is to play, white pawn is on g7, which is obstructing the king from going to h8 and supporting the h8 and f8 squares, and that pawn is supported by another pawn, that is more important. Now we just move the rook to h8, then it is checkmate. Let's see another example. Here there is a mate in two moves actually. So white to play again. Pawn is on the g7 supported by the king. That is important. Then rook goes to h2 and check. Now king can only go to this g8. So king goes to g8. And then rook goes to h8, which is checkmate. The rook is supported by the pawn, pawn is supported by the king. So black king cannot take the pawn. So this is Anderson mate. We'll have more next. Arabian mate is a checkmate pattern that features the unique abilities of a knight with the help of a rook. Let's see some examples. One is this. So this knight is threatening the squares h7 and g7. Now rook can go to h7 and it's checkmate with the help of knight and rook. Let's see another examples. Little complicated. Just look at the position. Black is to play. So black plays what? Queen cross h2, rook cross h2, and black plays rook to g1 and checkmate with the help of knight and rook. Let's see another example from game. This is a position. Just think, white to play. So white plays rook cross h7. Black of course captures the rook, rook cross h7. Then white plays queen to g8, check. So he plays rook cross g8 and rook cross g8 is checkmate. So as in the examples of the Arabian mate. Backrank mate happens when a king is trapped behind its own pawn shield and gets mated by rook or queen. The first simple example is, see, black king has 3 pawns at the top. When this rook moves to d8, it is a checkmate. Let's go to another example. Little complicated. Now see, black is keeping a back rank. This is a position. Now white can capture the queen, bishop. Sorry, white queen can capture the bishop here. Supposing rook captures it, then rook to d8 check, rook cross d8 and rook cross d8 checkmate. So you should always explore the back rank mate in your game. Balastra mate. It involves a queen cutting off the king's escape both diagonally and vertically, whilst having a bishop deliver checkmate. Let's see some examples of this. Number one simple example. White is to play, black is on g8, black king, and the queen is threatening h file, then g7 square, then f8 square. Now just this bishop goes to e6 and it's checkmate. Okay, so next, little complicated. Black king on g8, white is to play. Now white plays what? White plays queen to e6 and gives the check. Now king goes to g7. Now bishop comes into picture. Bishop goes to h6 and is checkmate. This bishop is supported by the queen. King cannot move, nothing can come in between king and bishop, and it's a checkmate. Blackburn mate is a checkmate pattern involving 2 bishops and a knight. Let's see some examples. Simple example is this. This black, white both have 2 bishops, but white is to play. So it's simple. The bishop goes to h7 and checkmate. Let's see another a little complicated example. This white again has got 2 bishops here acting on these diagonals. White is to play. Now see what white plays. Queen cross h5, sacrificing the queen. G cross h5, knight to h6 and check. Again knight is also gone. And now we come to this black button checkmate, bishop cross h7 and checkmate. In blind swine mate, a rook on the 7th rank delivers checkmate to the king on the back rank. The rook is protected by another rook on the 7th rank. Let's see an example. White 2 rooks on the 7th rank, and rook goes to rook captures g7 check, king to h8, rook cross h7 check, king goes to g8, and another rook to g7 and checkmate. So this is a pattern of blind swine mate. We'll see one more example. This is the position. Presently the rooks are not on the 7th rank, so white puts them on the 7th rank. About 7 moves are there. Rook to g7 check, supported by the knight. King goes to h8, rook to c7, and it puts both the rooks on the 7th rank. Knight to d7, puts the knight in between. Just a dummy move, you can say. The rook cross d7, rook to f7, rook cross f7, rook to a7, rook to h7 and check, king goes to g8, rook cross a7, queen to b3, and rook to g7 and checkmate. Here of course the knight is helping. It's not with both the rooks. Sometimes even if your rooks are on the 7th rank, you may not be able to checkmate the king. Boden's mate is a checkmate pattern in chess characterized by bishops on 2 criss-crossing diagonals. Normally there will be checkmate with 2 bishops. Let's take a simple example. This is a position. White is to play. White plays bishop to a6 and checkmate. See, checkmate is there. So a little complicated example from Alexander Alekhine game. The game was also very short. It finished in 11 moves. So this was a position where Alekhine played queen cross e6. Now the king cannot move anywhere, so it has to capture f cross e6, and then bishop to g6, and this is checkmate with 2 bishops. So maybe sometimes help of some rook or other this thing will be required. Mostly it is with 2 bishops. Cornered mate, as the name suggests, is a checkmate pattern against an enemy king that is trapped in a corner. The actual checkmate is often executed by a knight. Simple example will be this. This is the position white is to play. Black king is in the corner, so white plays knight to f7 and it's a checkmate. See a little complicated example. This is it. Here black is to play. Black plays bishop to d3. Double check is there. So king has to move. King goes to a1, and then knight to c2, and it's a checkmate. King is trapped in the corner. So thank you very much for watching. Keep watching. There will be 3 more parts.